Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Halima here. A very warm welcome to all of you. We'll begin the session in the next 5 minutes. It's 4:01 right now, and we'll start the session at 4:05. Request you all to stay tuned. Very warm welcome to all of you once again. We'll begin the session by 4:05. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Once again, we have just 2 more minutes to go and we'll begin the session. In the meantime, some quick reminders for all of you. Please use the chat box to communicate with us. Drop in all your questions and queries in the chat box. And please note down all the questions that you may have, which we will definitely address during the Q&A session. We will have a dedicated Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So we will address all your concerns and stay till the end of the webinar for all the surprising offers that we will be unveiling by 5:45. And also, if you want to know how has it been for other people who actually aspired and definitely converted their aspiration into the reality, so you will get to hear from them how they actually managed to do this. So stay tuned till the end for success stories as well as amazing offers that we will be unveiling. So a very warm welcome to all of you. We have Som Shekhar, Bipin, Sudhir, Sanjay, all of you. I can see a lot of people joining in here. It's wonderful to see you all here. Another 1 minute and we'll begin the session. Thank you. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining on time. I'm Halima and we'll begin the session now. If you have any concerns, please drop in your questions on the chat box. I hope I'm audible to all of you and you're able to see the screen and hear me fine. If you're finding it difficult, do drop a message on the chat box. We'll guide you on getting it fixed. Next slide, please. All right. So before we proceed further, let me just give you a little brief about our latest achievements we have had in the last few months. Edu Milestones has been awarded as the best, career counseling, best career planning platform 2023 by Entrepreneur India. And along with that, next slide, please. Along with that, we have also been awarded as the contributions as pioneers in the career counseling technology. And our co-founder, Mr. Ankit Agarwal, has been listed as the top transformational leaders to watch in 2023 and featured in Outlook Business Standard and ANI. So it's an immense pleasure to achieve this, and this has been possible because of the aspirants like you. So next slide, please. Before we could proceed further, let me just introduce myself. I'm Halima. I'm sure many of you know about me. So I'll be your host as well as the presenter to give you the details about certain important topics. So let us proceed and discuss what exactly we will be covering in today's session. The agenda for today would be why entering the study abroad business is a valuable opportunity in today's landscape. What's behind the rising demand for study abroad in the coming months? Unveiling strategies for seizing untapped business opportunities and gaining a competitive edge. What makes you different and how exactly is this going to impact in a positive way going forward? What could be the game-changing technologies to accelerate your growth? How to be better than others who are already in the field? And how we can support you in initiating your study abroad consulting business. What could be your major roadblocks which is hampering you or stopping you from taking the next step? And especially, what is the never before and never again offer that we are talking about? I'm sure many of you must have received messages from our team that this time we will have a never before and never again offer. So we will know what exactly that is by the end of the session. However, I will now hand over, to Mr. Vipin Prashant, who will be addressing the crowd and sharing some very interesting insight about the market. So, Mr. Vipin Prashant, over to you.
Thank you, Halima. So, first of all,
you're not audible.
You can hear me?
Yes.
First of all, thank you very much and warm welcome to each and everyone who joined today evening. Good evening, everyone. Yes, the whole reason why we are here is to understand how to establish your study abroad business. So even before understanding how to establish your study abroad business, it is also very important to understand why we need to establish study abroad business. Why is very important, isn't it? Only then the how comes, right? So we are going to, I'm going to explain you why briefly for next 10 minutes so that you can understand clearly why you need to start and why now. All right. Next slide. So there are more than 10 lakh Indian students are studying abroad in 85 different countries. We may be knowing only 6 or 7 major destinations, but Indians are there in 85 different study abroad destinations, 85 different countries. All right. And India is the second largest sourcing market for international studies, only next to China. Only next to China. But we are catching up. Very fast we are catching up. We will be exceeding. We are going to surpass China for sending the students for studying abroad. There are estimated 90 million senior secondary students in India between the age of 14 to 18. Nearly 40 million in higher education. They are your target audience. Now, 90 million, 40 million, all those numbers means you may not be understanding what is the size of it. So we can understand it by comparing it to the population of countries. If you are adding those 90 million, 40 million, this number is bigger than the total population of Canada, Australia, and the UK put together. All right. So that is the target audience we are having. That is the market we are having for study abroad to reach out. All right. Next. And current market opportunity. Why now? Because millions of students are out there in the market looking for study abroad, because you don't need to convince people why they need to study abroad. Right? You don't need to convince people why they should study abroad, because they already know. Why they want to study abroad, they know. All we need to convince is why they should come to you. Because study abroad business is not very new. This is one of the oldest business. In fact, it is older than India itself. Means after independence, I'm talking about. Because founding fathers of India studied abroad. So you don't need to convince people why they need to study abroad. Right? Gandhiji studied abroad, Nehruji studied abroad. So everybody know why study abroad. Now there is a tough job market for technology, engineering graduates. Either for freshers or someone who is having experience but struggling in their career, they always look for studying abroad to upgrade themselves, to get some PR, so that they get some kind of experience and create a career for them. They are the target audience. And there is slowdown in IT years, manufacturing, BFSI, all lead to a professionals who is considering for studying abroad and getting PR outside of India. And that creates opportunity for you to reach out to them, highlighting that how you can help them and create opportunity for them to go and study abroad. Next. And that's why the queries for study abroad increase multiple folds in last 3 to 4 months. Even though multiple things are happening in Canada, in some other countries, different countries, one or the other news keep on coming. But still it is not stopping, it's keep on happening. Enquiries are keep on coming. Demand is increasing only. If not one destination, they are going for other destination. All right. It is not reducing, it is only increasing. Next. So this trend you can find it out from the search volume in Google itself. Search volume for study abroad increases multiple fold. And that is the indicator, one of the indicator. All right. Millions and millions of searches are happening in Google itself for study abroad. Next. There are two major intakes. In fact, this is the reason why you need to take now. There are two major intakes. One is January, that is spring, and September, that is fall intake. And September intake, we have only 3 to 4 months now. All right. So we have only 3 to 4 months to get candidates for this upcoming September intake. And the payout for the successful candidate, that will come in 3 to 4 months. That means next year, February, it will be coming. If you are sending across students for September, for that, you need to start work now. Otherwise, if you are sending for January, then another 4 to 5 months you need to wait. That will be June or July you will be getting. All right. So if you already decided you are finding this is good, you are finding this is something that you can do, then better we can do it now. All right. Rather than waiting for that. Next. So you may be having this thought process, okay, there are already so many people out there in the market providing study abroad services. How I am also going to do? There will be huge competition out there, right? So if you are thinking that there are huge competition, then we need to understand who are the competition. We need to understand that, right? So who are the competition? There are agents, there are consultants, and there are counselors. So who are agents and who are consultants? Who are counselors? All of them are saying that they are going to provide the same service. That means getting admission and studying abroad. They are providing the same service. So we need to understand why they are called differently. Who are agents? Agents are the representatives of the university. That's why they are called as agents, isn't it? They are representatives of the university. So what is their objective? They need to fill the quota, the target given by the university to fill for the given intake. If they are not filling, what happens? They are no longer be the agent of that university. So for filling each seat, the university will pay a commission, right? If they are not filling, obviously they will not get paid. So what they do in that case? As many students they try to fill it. Their target is to fill as many students, regardless of whether the student need it or doesn't need it. They say that this is the best and fantastic university, go and join. I can get it done anything for you, free. Right? That is agent. See, I don't blame them. That is their work. All right. Consultant. Who are consultants? Like any other industry, someone who is charging for the time and knowledge, they are called as consultant. It is same here as well. In education industry, educational consultants, they spend their time and their knowledge, they share their knowledge, for that they charge a fees. Because this may be a top university, how to get admission in Ivy League, Stanford, Oxford, Cambridge. Because Cambridge or Oxford will not appoint any agent. Because for 500 seats that is available, there are 500,000 people apply for it. They don't need an agent for filling their seats. So their problem is different. How to eliminate people? That is their problem. So you need a knowledgeable person who can guide you on how to apply a successful application where you will not be getting rejected. That person know how to do that. That's why he is a consultant and he is going to charge for it. All right. So they charge a fees. And what is their objective? I try my level best, maximum, for getting admission for this student who is coming to me. I will try. Genuinely, I will try. But if it is happening, good. I will promote that and get more students. If that is not happening, not happening. That's it. What I can do anyway. All right. Then who is a counselor? Counselor are the representative of the students. Counselors are the representative of the students. They understand what exactly students need, what they want, what exactly they are looking forward. They understand each and everything, then provide solution for the success of the student. Success of the student is the objective of a counselor. Objective of agent is filling the seats of the university. Objective of a counselor is success of the student. Then what is the objective of a student? Why they want to study abroad? Why parents want to send the student for studying abroad? Because they think the probability of becoming successful is high if they are going and studying abroad. And they are ready to spend that money and time and effort. So objective of a counselor is also exactly the same, to make the student successful. Whether it is a tie-up university, non-tie-up university, doesn't matter. As long as that is going to make the student successful, counselors work for it. All right. Next. After the CCCS program, what you will become? You will become an agent, or you will become a consultant, or you will become a counselor. After understanding the whole program, you will know clearly what you will become. All right. So what do you need to start the successful study abroad business? There are 5 things that is essential. Even one thing is not there, it will not be successful. So there are 5 pillars. Knowledge. Knowledge is the most essential one because study abroad is a knowledge business. Your clients think that you know about it, you are knowledgeable about it, and that's why they are coming to you. So knowledge is first and foremost. It is a prerequisite to start with. All right. Second is technology. There may be many students coming to you. They want to apply for many universities, many colleges, different deadlines, different stages for each application, for visas. Everything you cannot manage it only with the Excel sheet. It's impossible, right? So a technology platform need to be there to help you to handle even 500,000, 2,000 applications seamlessly without any problem. Okay. So it has to be scalable. Only then you can run the business. So you will not be focusing on operational thing, you will be focusing on generating business. All right. Then back-end operations. Either you can have your own full-time team that takes care of operation, or you can have a team, a CCCS team that can take care of your entire application processing and visa processing. All right. So that you can focus only on business generation. University tie-ups. University tie-ups, that is another thing, because you are working so hard for reaching out to the university, getting admission. And obviously university will ask how many students you can send across. You can promise it also, but how many universities you can promise it? But many students come and ask, can I have a choice? Should I go only with the university that you are saying? Shouldn't I go for something else? I like this university, can you help me out? If you are not having a tie-up, then what will happen? Then you need to deal with exactly the same way what agent is saying. Right? So university tie-ups, you should be having a lot of choices, tie-up, non-tie-up, everything you should have. Varieties you should have. Only then you can be a counselor. Then the last one is lead generation. Enquiries need to come. Students need to come. Only then all other things make sense. Right? So how you are going to generate leads, how you are going to cater to those leads, how you are going to help them get admission, make it successful. How to generate leads, how you are going to get flow of leads on daily basis. That is also very important. All right. Marketing comes into picture. So all these 5 parameters are very, very important to make your business, study abroad business, successful. So if any program that you are getting into that is having all these 5 in place, cost effective, then by default it will be successful. Next. So Mr. Satish Chandra will brief you about what is this, what exactly we are doing with the CCCIS. About the program, Ms. Halima will explain. Thank you very much. Nice meeting all of you.
Hi everybody, a warm welcome on this summer afternoon. Good to see a lot of people interested in this program. This is basically a program which encourages newcomers basically to get into the study abroad business, which is a global market actually, because it again depends on the number of countries that you would like to process. So I just give you a brief idea on how this works and what we have achieved. That will give you a fair idea of how the business works. Now, I'll just give you a brief update on what is happening with the market today and what are the updates happening with the study abroad market. You would have heard or read about GRE and GMAT exams that are taken up by students before going abroad for studies. These are skill tests that are required by a few countries and universities in US and other countries. Now, for a long time, this has not changed, and GMAT has discussed things with a lot of stakeholders, university students, and all these people, and thought about a change that needs to be in line with the industry updates that are happening right now. Because you also would like to recollect here that data science being a most prime subject that's been on the highlight now. So GMAT has updated its format to be in line with the industry standards, so that it can cater to the data science engineers and people working on that. So they have removed one of the modules and added data insights into it and have named it as GMAT Focus. And GRE also has removed certain sections and made it to make sure the students get more time to apply, more easier to apply. So that's one major update that's been happening since January 24. And IELTS also has taken some changes. Australia has started accepting IELTS one skill retake from Indian students if you're applying for Australia. That is, if you have a score or a band of score which is less than what is required by the university or the course, then you can subsequently rewrite the single test or band and then make up for the shortage. That's one thing. And USA's OPT program is undergoing certain changes, and a lot of other programs are going to be added into the STEM program, and they're probably going to add arts also as one of the programs into the STEM, which might become STEAM rather later on. And as the market is growing, a lot of students after the COVID pandemic are looking at studying abroad. The demand also is increasing, so the market also is expanding. So there are plenty of opportunities for people liking to get into this program or this particular domain to make a business. So that's one good news that we have, that the market is expanding. The number of students have multiplied for different countries, where Germany, France, US, UK have seen multitudes of students applying for courses and programs. So that is one big development that is happening with the study abroad market. I'm just showing you some of the snapshots of offer letters received by students for various courses and countries. And this is the kind of university that we have sent students to. And some of them are very well-known universities in different countries for different programs, be it engineering, be it business, be it hospitality, be it computer science, data science, business analytics, and so on. So a few more well-known names, probably the top ones in the market where students have gone from our side. This is just to showcase you the kind of student quality that we have got from our channel partners like you who have enrolled with us. And as part of the process, we always have these events happening to keep the students engaged and the channel partners get more students. We have different spot admission events and webinars being conducted by different institutions who are partnered with us to make sure students have the first-hand information from the university side to make sure they are on the right career path. And some of the webinars are scheduled for the next September intake from probably Middle Tennessee University, Hawaii Pacific, Leeds Trinity, and the Aura Business School of France, and many more to follow in the coming months. And to talk about the intakes, these are the intakes that are currently open now. Australia is open for the July 24 intake, is one of the major intakes for Australia, and other countries September 24. US, UK, Europe, France, Germany, September to October is open for international students to enroll into the course. These are the preferred countries that students look forward to right now: New Zealand, UK, Ireland, USA, Canada, Germany, Australia, France, and the rest of the Europe also is open for international students with various courses and beautiful universities to give them courses on offer. These are some of the popular courses like business management, accounting, engineering, IT, architecture, pharmaceuticals, supply chain. These are some of the popular courses that are in demand from Indian students actually. And these are some of the popular universities that we work with in terms of enrolling students into Australia. If you can see the names, some of them are very popular with the Indian students. A few from UK, well-known names in terms of Kings, Warwick, Manchester, York. Some of them from Canada. Canada also has heaved up their visa process and immigration process, where students can avail of 3 years of stay back even if they do a 1-year masters. So that's a very good news for students looking for 1-year masters. That's the latest update with Canada. US, very popular. It's a dream destination for international students, or especially students from India. So these are some of the names that students have looking at. So another thing that I can also tell you is the market is big, opportunities are large. So you can make use of the offers, get into us, enroll with us, onboard with us, and see how you grow. Thank you so much for hearing me. Thank you, Halima. Please take over.
Thank you, Satish sir, and thank you, Mr. Vipin, for such a wonderful session. I'm sure that was very informative, and our audience loved it. So let me just proceed you with the process update, the program details to be precise. So I'll be taking you through with the support that we will be providing you once you collaborate with us. So we will be providing the training for 22 plus countries, and the application processes, the do's and don'ts, the criticalities that you will have to make sure that you're in sync with. We'll provide all that information, and we'll be providing you the training across 22 plus countries. We will be providing you the certification with international accreditations, which gives you the authenticity to deal with the students. The international accreditations we provide, the certification we provide will remain valid for lifetime, and that allows you to become an certified international career counselor, where definitely the trust the parents would have on you will increase because you are certified by a reputed firm. The Study Abroad New Gen Technology platform. We are all in an era where we cannot actually sustain without the technology. So managing your entire business on Excels or Words, and the fear of losing the data, the fear of losing the leads will always definitely be high. All right. So we will be providing you the platform under your brand name, where you can manage your entire business, your leads, your the payouts, as well as the invoices, everything on the platform. And when you have a platform, you will always have a concern. What if I have any issues with the platform? Do I need to hire someone to help me with that? The answer is no, since we have a team ready, well equipped to provide you the support if there are any technical concerns. You will also have a professional counselor support. No matter you might have been into the business, or you might be new to the business, you might be trained already, but still there will be new changes, updates happening, and there will always be a need for you to ask questions to make sure you're conveying the right information to the parents. So you will have a dedicated counselor for you, who you can reach out to for any support or assistance in terms of processing a file or counseling the students, or with university recommendations. We have tie-up with more than 1,500 plus universities already, and once you associate with us, you will have access to these 1,500 plus tie-ups, where you will be free to process the applications too. We will also be providing the medical admission support for our clients, and you also have the provision to deal with non-tie-up universities. There are many vendors in the market who are providing the similar services, but to understand the difference, you would know that they have a certain set of university tie-ups, and you are supposed to deal only with that set of universities. If the student is wanting to go for anything else beyond what they have, either you will have to route the student to someone else, or you will have to approach another vendor, or let the student go. Either of these two things. All right. But with us, you don't have to worry, since we deal with tie-up universities and non-tie-up universities both. So you still have the provision to make some good money out of non-tie-up universities also. But you can be sure of one fact, that you don't have to lose the lead. Unlimited study abroad profiling assessment. Gone are the days where we can just sit and give the verbal details and counseling to students and tell them this is good or that is good. There will always be some form of authenticity that parents and students expect. So it is important that you run an assessment on the student. Aspiring to study abroad is definitely, that happens. All the students might want to go, but are they even eligible? Is it even worth for you to spend your time on that? Is something that you should know. And how will you know? You will know only by doing the assessment, running an assessment on the student. When you do the profiling and understand if the student is eligible to study abroad, and if yes, what are the universities he is eligible to study based on his academics, based on the affordability. All right. So you will have the access to the software where you can do the unlimited study abroad profiling assessments to understand whether the student is eligible to study abroad or not. You will have the dedicated back-end operations team, like I said, the technical support team who will be providing you all the support, and the admission support team. When you have to accept applications, let's say you have a student who wants to go for Canada, there is another set of student who wants to go to UK, and another specific set of students who want to go for Europe, any of the European countries. You might have to think twice before accepting the application, since you might not have the bandwidth to cater to all these three countries. You have to run to three different vendors because everybody are specific in their fields. There is a vendor who processes files for Canada. There is one who does it for UK. There is a separate company who does for European countries. But with us, you don't have to worry, since we have the bandwidth to cater to all the countries that the students may come up. All right. So you can also accept the applications for UK, Canada, USA, European countries, any of the countries. We have the provision to deal with them. So we have that exceptional application processing team ready here to process the files for you for any country and university that your student wants to. So you have the dedicated back-end operation support as well. Higher payouts. We know that we have tie-ups with universities, 1,500 plus universities. So you will be getting 70% of the commission and we will be getting 30%. Similar sort of arrangement will be there with other vendors as well. But what is making us different? That is important. We have the transparency. Yes, we provide 70%, but 70% of what is important. So you will have the access to the information that what is the amount payout that we are receiving from the university. So you know what exactly is your 70%. So there will be total transparency in terms of the payouts. You will know what would be your 70% and what will be our 30%. Now there has been concerns where the channel partners, the clients have approached us saying that they lost the lead because when they referred the student to go to a finance company for loan or bank, they lost the lead because somebody else approached the student with a better offer and they lost it. So to make sure that doesn't happen, we have the arrangement for that as well. We have a tie-up with HDFC and Pan India, and they provide the doorstep loan assistance to all the students. So once you associate with us, you will also have this provision where the HDFC can provide the loan assistance to your students. So you don't have to depend on the third party. Marketing materials for lifetime. Marketing materials, what exactly you think is important when we talk about marketing? I'm sure 90% of the audience believe it is money, but it is not the money that is extremely important when it comes to marketing. It is the authentic content that is important. All right. So these universities that we have a tie-up with, they send us raw information and details about when the intakes are happening, if there are scholarships being offered, if there is a reduction in the fees, if there are new courses being launched. When we receive these updates, we convert the raw information into interesting flyers and banners, and we share it with our clients on weekly basis, at least 4 to 5 such banners, to make sure that they put their name, number, and logo on it and promote themselves on social media or offline. We also have the client engagement webinars where we connect. It's not that we onboard it and we are done. We make sure we connect with you, and we also discuss your roadblocks, your concerns. What are the topics that you would want to discuss, so that we can address, discuss, and make sure that you're getting that support and we're resolving those roadblocks. For example, when we conducted our previous engagement webinar, most of the channel partners, our clients, approached us and they said that they want to know more about the finances. They want to know what are the financial arrangements a student should have, what should the student expect from us when it comes to the finances during the entire process. So we conducted a specific webinar on finance arrangements as to what is expected out of the student, what is expected out of the consultant, and what are the regulations they have to follow while processing the file. And while we do that, we already have a next update and the next request from our clients who wants the next engagement webinar to be on the marketing strategies. They want to know how well they can utilize social media to fetch more and more leads. We are in the process of arranging one, and we hope that most of you will be part of that webinar as our clients. Spot admissions is another a very important factor which plays a very key role in getting the applications faster. So we have organized previous spot admissions as well, where we onboarded the students, enrolled the students quickly, and they got the offer letter within 48 hours. So similarly, we organize such spot admissions, making sure and giving you the provision to onboard as many students as possible in a shorter duration. And provision to deal with European countries. We all know that the demand for European countries is high, but the criticality to process the application is something that you should know. And we have the team well equipped with the knowledge and the procedure who are well aware of how to process these applications. So you have the option to process applications to the European countries and a team ready who can assist you with that. So this is what you get with CCCIS. And once you collaborate with us, you will be eligible to get the entire support that I've just described. Next slide, please. So another important factor when we start any business is what would be our earning potential? What could be the sources of earning that we'll have? What could be the benefit that I will get out of it? So let me tell you, there are 4 modes of earning in this business program. One is counseling. Like I said, gone are the days where people used to trust us and believe us when we give the verbal counseling. It is important that you have a document supporting what you're saying. So when you do the counseling for the student along with the assessment, and when you hand over the milestone report, the profile assessment report to the student with the detailed information on what are the universities that the student is eligible to study, what are the chances of students' acceptance in that particular university, what could be the post-study, allowed post-study work permit, what could be the part-time working hours, what could be the IELTS required for that, what could be the fees, duration, every minute information will be part of that report. When you hand over that report, along with an valuable 1-hour counseling, on an average, our existing channel partners are charging about 4,000 to 5,000 in small cities and towns, and even more in metro cities. Markups and payouts is another important factor on which the industry is sustaining. Payouts, we are all aware of what exactly it is. You know that we have a tie-up with universities, and when we process a file to a university that we are associated with, they give us commission. You get 70% out of that commission and we get 30%. This is the basic understanding we all have. But what is this about markups? What is the buzz about markups? So let me tell you that markups is a provision given to our business partners, our clients, to make a good amount of money from universities that we don't have a tie-up as well. How is something that we'll discuss on the next slide. Channeling is nothing but creating your own franchisee partners. You can have your own franchisee partners. Let's say you are in an area and there are nearby rural areas or other small cities and towns. So if you have to access students from every corner, you can make an arrangement with the local agents out there and collaborate with them so that they can fetch you more and more students and have your own franchisee setup. You don't have to pay any royalty fee to us, and any support that you would need in terms of training them, yes, we will be providing you that support. All right. So that way you can definitely expand your business and generate more revenue. Next slide, please. So we have a tie-up with 1500 plus universities, but along with that, I gave you the provision that we have to deal with the non-tie-up universities also. So to make sure we explain it better, we have categorized these universities into 6 different categories. Category 1 is for Ivy League colleges. When I say Ivy League colleges like Harvard, Cornell, Princeton, it is not easy to get into these universities. Just like Mr. Vipin Prashant highlighted, their concern is to make sure how will they get rid of the crowd. They just want the best, and the rest is something that they would not want to deal with. So getting in there is definitely not an easy one, all right? And not everybody has the bandwidth to deal with Ivy League colleges. But we do have the provision to process applications for the Ivy League college. And on an average, to process an Ivy League application, it costs more than 1 lakh to process one application. But what we do is we charge only 35,000 for the first application and 5,000 for the next application, giving you the provision to mark up your profit margin on top of 35,000 to whatever amount you feel is right. And anything that you earn beyond 35,000 is totally yours. When you tell the student that the market is charging you more than 1 lakh, but I will process it for you at 60,000. Anything that you earn beyond 35 is totally yours. So you can decide what you would want to mark up with based on your arrangement with the student, based on your market scenario and student's financial capacity. So anything that you earn over and above is totally yours. Category 2, as I explained, whenever you process an application for the tie-up university, the application processing will be absolutely free. But along with that, once the student gets the admission, when the university is giving us the commission, you get 70% and we get 30%. Let's assume if the student has paid around 20 lakhs to the university, and if the university is giving us around 2 lakhs, you get 1,40,000 and we get 60,000. So that's how the ratio would be. You get 70% and we get 30%. Category 3, again, is for non-partnered university other than Ivy League colleges. So to process an application to a non-tie-up university, generally it costs more than 25 to 30,000 for one application in the market. But what we do is we charge 25,000 for up to 5 applications, which is definitely way less than what the market is charging. You can mark up your price on top of 20,000 to whatever you feel is right, and anything that you earn over and above is totally yours. The similar arrangement is with category 4 for European universities as well. Definitely the demand for European universities is quite high because of the low fees or no fees. They waive off the tuition fees, and that sounds very lucrative. But processing an application does come with a cost. It costs around 35,000 and more for one application, but we charge only 35,000 for 5 applications. And again, you can mark up your pricing accordingly. For Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, similar arrangement, 60,000 for 3 universities. You can mark up over and above. And for medical universities as well, we charge 60,000 for up to 3 universities, giving you the provision to earn a good amount of revenue in terms of markup. Next slide, please. So once you had a discussion with the student, you help them choose the universities. The student is now ready and has made up the mind to go to a particular university. You can collect the document from the student and forward the file to us, and we will take care of everything from profile analysis, top college recommendations, end-to-end application management, visa processing, visa interview preparation, SOP support and guidance, university coordination, fast-track application processing, real-time application status, which you will be getting the details on, education loan assistance, pre- and post-landing support and accommodation. So we will take care of end-to-end support for the student, and you can definitely make sure that the student is happy with you because the student is getting everything under one roof. So when somebody asks you, or when you have a doubt as to why Edu Milestones, you know that you don't have to rush to 10 different vendors for getting these support and services. You get everything under one roof when it comes to support, when it comes to processing the file to all the countries, whether it is European countries or Ivy League colleges or other countries. You can depend on us, and we will make sure we process the applications for all the countries. Next slide, please. So like I told you, we'll be giving you the marketing materials. These are some of the marketing materials that you can have a look at. And we don't generally put our logo on these marketing materials, but some of them do request that they would want to promote it with our brand name. So in that scenario, we do. Otherwise, we will be giving the materials with no details on it. So you can put your name, number, and logo on it and promote yourself on social media. So these are some of the latest ones that we have shared. Next slide, please. So these are the one for Germany, France, Canada. We make sure that we'll keep them updated with every latest news and information that is critical for every consultant and client to know. And you also have the provision to book IELTS through EduMilestones now at a good, at an economical cost. The cost for one skill retake is just rupees 10,800. So even booking the IELTS through us is now possible. Next slide, please. Next one. Okay, so what is the simple way to understand what exactly is the 4-step process once you become the counselor? First step, please. So you will have to counsel the student. Once you train and you got certified from us, what exactly you can do is what I am revealing now. You can counsel the student, initial screening and profiling with active support from EduMilestones. And once you do that, you can scan and collect all the relevant documents as per requirements, and then forward the file to EduMilestones, and the team will handle it flawlessly, and you will receive your payouts. It is just the 4 simple steps that you will have to do once you collaborate with us: counsel, collect the documents, forward to EduMilestones, and receive your payouts. It's just that simple. Next slide, please. So now I'll be handing over to Mr. Ankit Agarwal, since I told you that without technology, it is not possible for us to sustain in any business for that matter. So that's why we have designed the technology only and only for this industry, and you will know how important it is to actually have this technology to run this business. Mr. Ankit Agarwal, please join the session and give us the details about the product. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Halima. Am I audible? Okay, fantastic. Am I audible? Can somebody confirm?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. So, very good evening, everyone. I'm Ankit Agarwal, and I head the technology. So, in my session, I'm going to show you the entire study abroad technology and how it can, ease your entire end-to-end study abroad business. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so I'll divide my session in 3 parts. So first, I'll show you the entire technology platform from the student point of view. Then I'll show you the platform, what we provide to our partners from the partners point of view. And then I'll show you the platform if you're planning to grow your business and you are planning to give some sub CRMs to your partners, how you can use this entire platform. So first, let me show you this entire platform from the student point of view. So to every partner, we do provide a dedicated landing page. Okay. So in this landing page throughout the platform, you will find your logo. So I'm using a demo platform. So that's the reason I have used the demo portal logo. It will be reflecting your email IDs, your phone number, your content will be coming over here. Okay. So it will start from a landing page. Okay. So if any student is looking for study abroad guidance, student need to land to your landing page and need to click on Let's Get Started. Simple. So once student click on Let's Get Started, so first step, system will ask, are you looking admissions for bachelor's, master's or doctoral? It can be bachelor's degree diploma certificate. It can be the master's degree diploma certificate. Say as a student, I am looking for the bachelor's program. So I'll just click on the bachelor's and then one profiling form will come. Like which intake I'm looking at. Say I'm looking for the September 2024. My percentage in 12th grade is say considered 80%. Subjects PCMB. So student need to read these questions and need to get done their profiling. I belong to CBSE board, no IBDP board. So 12th I completed in 2023. No backlogs, no education gap, no work experience. If candidate has given IELTS, then need to write, otherwise can leave it blank also. Not appeared. Budget constraint, no budget constraint. So I am majorly looking for a UK. So I'll select the UK. If you're looking for multiple countries, you can select multiple countries also over here. Visa rejection, no. Okay. So I am looking course like data science. So I'll select over here data science. If any university in mind, candidate can write over here. I look for degree program. As a student, my expectations is good college or university with scholarship. So I'll write my expectations over here. If having any emergency number, then I'll write my emergency number and click on the start. So after clicking on the start profiling, okay, I need to fill this profiling. Then it will ask certain details. I'll just write some dummy details over here in this demo one. Phone number, location, okay, and post that. It will ask for OTPs. I just here 58992. That's it. So once I do this thing, then immediately you can see system will automatically give the recommendations for data science in UK, and automatically you can find the recommendations over here for this candidate. These are ready-made recommendations. So let me go step by step. So first thing is, as I completed my profiling, upside you can see one report is ready. Now, once I click on this report, okay, then you can find this one report is ready for this candidate. Now, this report first, you can see whatever responses I have given, like which intake, my academics, everything is captured. And based on my profiling, system also has calculated my profile weightage. So it has come 88%. That's a good profile. So any profile that's above 70% is considered as a good profile, and it can be downloaded also. So for every student, you can create, or student can create the profiling report. Going back, now here you can see all the colleges recommendations has come over here, where candidate can find the entire details, the ranking, QS ranking and THE ranking, tuition fees, duration, when intake is open. All that information can find over here. You need more information, can click on the college details. Then immediately it will show the list of documents required. Student can straight away apply for the application from here, can upload the documents, can track the application, PSW, part-time, living cost. All these informations are automatically captured over here. We have many filters are available. If you want to filter based on the IELTS score, based on the TOEFL, or based on the PTE, based on degree, diploma, certificate, based on the intake, based on the rankings, or based on the academics. Now, academics also, we have given multiple options. You can shortlist the colleges based on the percentage what student has secured, based on GPA, based on CGPA, based on grade. So plenty of filters are available based on that, or country, or location, or college name. You can find colleges shortlisting automatically comes over here. Along with that, system based on the AI will also give the prediction how much chances student is having to get admission in this particular college. So higher the prediction, more chances student will be having to get admission in that particular college. That is based on the profiling what candidate has filled it. If the right hand side, you can find there's one small icon is coming the blue. This symbolizes this is a tied up university. We are having a direct tie-up with this university. This blue indicates. Or if you want to filter colleges only among the tied up colleges, there's one more filter is available. Once you click on this filter, automatically it will shortlist the universities only from tie-up. So put together, we are having the depository of more than 6 lakhs colleges or 6 lakhs courses across 22 plus countries are available in the platform that we upgrade in every 6 months time. So what we are seeing as of now, this is highly updated data that you can find over here. If student need more details about this college, then here there's option called more details. And once I click, it will straight away take me to that university, that particular course page, where I can see all the information. This is that, not university page, the university course page, where all the information is authenticated by the university. Here you can find there's one more option called shortlist, where I just need to click on the shortlist, and shortlist colleges. Now, whatever colleges I shortlist from here, and if I download the report now, all these things again will be documented in a report. So now previously I had shown you the report. Now if I see the report, first initial pages are the same profiling, what student has done it. And after this, whatever colleges are shortlisted, all these colleges and courses information are documented in a same report. Now this report is becoming bigger. So there is no limit. Student can shortlist or counselor can shortlist the multiple colleges or courses from here. Now, if as a counselor, if you want to block this colleges search option for the candidate and you want to keep it in your counselor dashboard, that again is possible. Okay. So once colleges shortlisting is done, then we also have the basic English proficiency test that's connected in the platform. If you think so, you want to check the basic English proficiency of the candidate from the platform only, student can undergo one basic English proficiency test. It's a timer-based test, and once it's completed, again the results of English proficiency will be included as a part of the report. So this is optional. If you just want to check how's the English proficiency of the candidate, that's again available in the platform. Next step comes the documentations. Now here you can find, based on the college's shortlisting, there are two sets of documents. One is the application documents that's required to submit the application to the university. And after that, there's a visa related document that's required when we are filing the visa. So student need to upload all the documents over here. Okay, it's a very simple. Student just come and upload all these documents. Counselor can download these documents from their panel. So these documents can be uploaded. Here also we have integrated one very important tool that is called the SOP maker. Okay, so there is a SOP maker. This SOP maker will help student to write the SOP where certain it need to be given, and system will help to write the SOP. That again is integrated with the platform. Okay, so profiling is done, shortlisting is done, documentation is done. After that, there's a next option called application tracking. Now, under application tracking, student can track in the real time whatever stages this application is undergoing, on what date application is submitted, what university is saying. If university has released any offer letter, can be downloaded from here. So a student don't need to log in across multiple portals of the university. From a same place, student can track the status of their application and can download and can take the necessary steps. Everything can be tracked from a single place. Same goes for the visa application tracking. Students can do from here. So this is a student interface. So far I have shown to you where all these things can be done, starting from the profiling, tracking, documentations, everything. Along with that, okay, the second dashboard is a counselor's dashboard. Okay, so all the counselors, they will receive their own dashboard, and once you open this dashboard, the first thing you will find is the marketing material, okay, or the notifications by the universities that you can download from here also. So all these things are available once you open your platform. So every day basis, every second day basis, lot many marketing material, lot many offers or university waivers or scholarships offers, all these things we upload that can be used for the marketing part that counselors can download from here. Apart from that, when I scroll down, whatever profilings are done, right, counselors can see all the profilings over here, all the records, whoever has registered. Like Ankit just registered, so counselor can see there's a candidate called Ankit who came to my web page and have done the registration. So you can see all the details of Ankit and the phone number, whatever details I captured in the web page, you can see all the details from here. Now you want to do lot many things on this candidate. Consider you want to shortlist the colleges for the candidate, or you want to upload the documents on behalf of the candidate, or you want to track the real-time status of the application. Everything can be done from this button called track. Now, once you click on this track, then everything, if you want to do some changes as a counselor under his profiling, if you want to shortlist the colleges on behalf of the candidate, you want to download candidate report and want to mail candidate, you want to use of SOP maker, you want to check on the application tracking. So all these things will be done from a simple button called track. Okay, it's as simple as that. Second important thing is, and this is see also, that's a quick view. What are the colleges you have shortlisted for this candidate? That symbolize this thing. Next important thing is ki you may ask me, ki, Ankit, as you are saying you are having lot many tie-ups, where can I see how much payout I am going to receive it, right? So here there's an option called payouts. So whatever 1,000 plus tie-ups we are having and how much payout you are going to receive it, all these things you can see over here. So when it's mentioned 7.35%, okay, this is your percentage pre-calculated 70%. It means 7.35% you are going to receive it. So you can see all the tie-ups and payouts country-wise like USA, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, France, Germany. So all this tie-up information are available at a single place for the payouts where you can access it from payouts, right? Reports. If you want to download the report or if you want to mail the report to the candidate, you can do from here. You can download the student report from here. So all this information are available. As many of you may be new in this industry, you may be saying, Ankit, we don't know how to shortlist the colleges after your training also. Will we get any dedicated counselor who will work for us? Yes. So those who are becoming our partner, they'll be having a dedicated counselor mapped to them, okay, who will be available over the phone, okay, and your and his platform are integrated together. So if you want any support from that counselor, what you just need to do is say, Ankit, you just need to click on the Ankit, forward, okay, you just need to click on the Ankit, click on forward to us, and after that it will ask you need support for college shortlisting, you want to apply or you need an update on the applied university. You can write your comment and submit. Automatically ticket will be raised to your dedicated counselor and that person will help you out in and out from beginning till end behind that profile. There is a phone number will be reflected upside also, who is your dedicated counselor. So anytime you can reach to your counselor, but before that it's important you assign this file to that thing, okay, to help you out. Your dedicated counselor cannot see that file, so only one time you need to assign your file to your dedicated counselor who will support you on that particular application. Going forward, if you want to raise the invoices and generate the invoices, see, we are not charging for tied up universities, right? But if you want to charge any money for providing the counseling to the candidate, or you want to charge for the visa processing, you are free enough to charge to the candidate. And if you want to generate any invoice, so there's an option available in the platform where you can generate the sales. You want to block the SOP maker for the student, only for the paid students you want to give, or you want to block the student milestone report. So all this flexibility given to the counselor where you can manage are managed. So applications managed means how many applications, what stage are these applications? So that you can see straight away over here under applications managed. Admissions done, how many admissions completed, and you are going to receive the payout, when you are going to receive the payout, every single thing you can track under the applications done. And whatever invoices you have generated, you can access all your invoices from the platform. So all these things are available. There's an open college course also available. If this candidates just first want to understand the college information, there's an open course finder. You can just click on the open course finder, and this will help you to access the college's information. You can write any course name like data science or anything over here, and college name, and you can search and it will give the information. If you want to search based on the college, you can search based on the college also, like George College, GEORGE, just give an example, and you can search based on the college also. So all these filters are available where based on the course name, college name, country name, now all these things easily you can filter from here, right? Moving to the next thing, there is one very advanced functionality is available in the platform. If first I'll tell you the use case. If you are having a multiple referral partners where you say, Ankit, I can become your partner, but I also know multiple people who can give me the applications. Can I create the sub platform for my counselors? Is there any possibility where I'll be having the master and I can create the sub CRM? It can be for my employees, or it can be for my referral partners, so that I can see all the applications, but they can see only their applications. Yes, possible. So there is a provision in the platform to create these sub-platforms. Up to 5 sub-CRMs you can create in the platform. Once you click over here, CRM settings, let it load. So once CRMs are opened, 1 second. So you can create up to the 5 over here. Okay. It's just loading. Let me see if it's blocked. One second. Okay. So over here, where up to the 5 sub CRMs you can create like this. As you can see, all these are the sub CRMs. So what will happen is these sub CRMs can see only their profiles, and you can see all the profiles over here. There is one more provision we have given while creating the sub CRM. Some arrangement with your sub CRMs like this. Ki Ankit, say consider I am getting 10%. And I want to show to my sub CRMs like 50%. They will get the 50% payout. Yes. So you can define over there 50% so that in your CRM, it will be reflecting like 10%. System will automatically calculate 50%. And in their platform, it will be showing like 5%. So in this way, you can create multiple sub CRMs also in the platform. And if you want to see down the line, okay, say for example, Pranav is one of my CRM, sub CRM, how Pranav is doing. Just select the Pranav over here. This will be pre-integrated. And system automatically will be refreshed. And it will show how many files Pranav has given. So you can see Pranav has given 92 files. So here you can see only the Pranav, all the Pranav files over here. So in this way, you can create the sub CRM. There's a layer number 3. One is the master. Okay, one is the student, second is the counselor, and third is coming the sub CRM, where all the sub CRMs will be automatically integrated, and you can create the sub CRMs and give to them, and you can give the limited access. That also will be under your control. What are the access you want to give to your sub CRMs, right? All these things will be available. Post that, once your entire program and training is over, okay, there is a lot of agreement copies and there are a lot of training material is available that you want to understand the university wise or country wise. These are preloaded under the library where you can find lot of material. It can be country wise, university wise, or candidate application form or candidate form that you can download from here and you can reuse. So a lot of material is also available in the platform that can be used over here. Apart from that, there's an option called the update design login. So I have shown you the landing page, what we are giving to you. If you want to change some look and feel of this page, you are free enough. There's options are given where images or color codes, all these things you can see. SEO settings, all these SEO settings, if you want to integrate with your web page, your Facebook, LinkedIn, Favicon, titles, keywords, all these things are available in the platforms. You can do all these changes. You can do it off. Now, most important thing is, along with this platform, there is a book appointment page also will be given to you. Now, what is this book appointment page? So there'll be a dedicated page will be created to you, integrated with your platform, where if your individual about you or if your company about your company will be mentioned, and that's a highly SEO one. If any candidate want to book an appointment with you or want to have a callback request, student can come, can either click on the book appointment, either face-to-face or video call. Or if student want to drop a message to you, student can drop a message. Or if student want to request for the callback, student can do the callback request. So all these leads again will be coming and showing in your CRM. So when you go to your CRM, there is an option called leads. So if I just go to your CRM, okay, back to the CRM. Okay, so you can find option called leads. So if anyone is coming and a booking appointment with you or callback request or want to post an inquiry, that also candidate can do from your dedicated book appointment page where your timings, duration, everything is mentioned. Or if they want to give a review to you, they can give the review to you, and that will be directly captured in your web page. So all these things are pre-built and integrated with the platform. Here, we are also providing you the integration with the official WhatsApp. Why this is important? Say, for example, there are some critical elements are there where university released an offer letter or university asked for the payment link, right? It's not necessary every time you are sitting in front of the system, right? Tracking the application stage. If your student application is moved to any stage, immediately you will receive the official WhatsApp message, not to the student, counselors. Okay, because we are B2B company, will be dealing only with you. So you will be automatically receive all the communication in your WhatsApp. So it means you can track the application status in your emails, as well as every time you will be receiving a WhatsApp message, or there will be dedicated counselor who will be working along with you to make sure fantastic service can be given to the candidate and everything will be done on time. So these are the things that quickly I wanted to show you in the platform, where payouts, tracking, every single thing you can do and you can track from the platform. More things I'll take at a time of Q&A. If you are having any questions related to the platform, I'll take at a time of Q&A. Over to Halima.
Thank you, Ankit, for the wonderful session. I would be sharing some more details on it, and we will then invite our guest speaker, and she will be sharing her journey with us and how it has been for her to start from the scratch and yet get to that heights of success where she is right now. So I would be taking you through some more details. Next slide, please. Most of us must be planning and thinking that we will do it sooner. If not now, probably we'll do it next time. But the next time never comes. So I'm sure this is such a wonderful opportunity that we will be extending with a lot of offers, and definitely the best discount so far, that you will definitely wish a year from now that if you should have started it then. So let's make sure that we utilize this opportunity and give us the privilege to onboard you. Next slide, please. We all wonder when we look at others that how did they actually make it? When did they start and how was it successful for them? The actual secret for all of them is they started somewhere. They took that first step where we all are hesitant and stuck. I'm sure many of you who are with us today in the session have been connected, are staying connected with us maybe for a year or more. But the actual step that they all took is the other people who you see here is they took the right step at the right time, but they finally did that and they started somewhere. Next slide, please. As you can see, whether it is a male or a female, all of us have been the wonderful entrepreneurs. What you see, whoever you see here, whether it is Vibha, Sachin, Falguni, Mr. Vipin Prashant, or many other entrepreneurs who started their journey and they are successful today. Next slide, please. And this story continues, and in the list of successful entrepreneurs, you see Miss Shali Kapoor, Shrishti, Sydney, Shama. They also started with us and they started somewhere. So the right opportunity is now, when we are actually giving you the opportunities and options to start your career with the best deal possible, with best offers possible, and the seamless support that we are providing to make sure that we onboard successful partners. Previous slide, please. As you see, these are all have been our successful partners. And, one of the guest speaker in our previous webinar was Mr. Sydney, who has been doing exceptionally well. Next slide, please. Who has been doing exceptionally well. And when he actually joined along with the student's mother, who he processed the application for, it was really an immense cycle to show it to all the audience that how successful it is and how happy and how good it feels to see a happy mother and a successful student who got placed in a better university all she had to say was just gratitude and how thankful she was to associate with Sydney. And Sydney, in turn, was happy to be associated with us because we actually helped him get there. So just like that, we featured him on our magazine as one of the successful entrepreneurs, and we would be hoping that in our next magazine, it will be you. Next slide, please. So now today I would want to invite Miss Aruna to join and share her success story with us as to how her journey has been with us so far. And I remember that Miss Aruna was onboarded during one of the webinars, and she was definitely apprehensive when she started if that is going to be, it's going to be successful, whether it's going to work for her or not. But finally, she is one of our well-performing clients today. So just bear with me for a minute while I get Aruna on the session. All right. While we have, Aruna to join, she's in an area where the network has a little concern. So she'll be joining us in a minute. So in the meantime, let me just take you through some important information that, regarding the pricing and what will be the offers that we would be disclosing. Next slide, please. So if you want to start a study abroad business with your own branding, then CCIS program is for you, which is Certified Career Counseling for International Studies. It also covers the entire spectrum to become a successful international study counselor. Next slide, please. So once you certify with us, once we train you, certify you, and once you clear the exam, you will be certified, and the certification looks exactly like this. And as you see, Ms. Nina, Mr. Nina, Komal, Priyanka, they all have been associated with us, and they started somewhere, and now they are certified, and one of the very well performing channel partners we have. And we would want one of, all of you also to be in the same league, and the next one could be you. Next slide, please. This is exactly how the certificate would look like with the international accreditations. And definitely, like I said, the certification will remain valid for lifetime. If I happen to get Miss Aruna, I will be happy to get her online, and definitely I would request her to share her experience with us. However, I will proceed with the prize announcement right now so that you can grab the opportunity to make sure that you don't delay in joining us. So the actual cost, if you want to start the business, like I said, without the technology, it is not possible. So a co-branded platform would cost around 30,000 approximately, if at all. Even if you reach out to different vendors to buy it, you will know that's exactly the cost will be around. For training and certification, that could be around another 30,000. And for milestone reports, unlimited milestone reports, there would be a charge. Let's assume that could be around 30,000. For the ongoing support and back-end process, that could be another 60,000 plus, and the total value would come up to around 1,50,000 plus GST. But is that what we are going to charge you? Let's just see that. No, the actual charge for the entire training, certification, software, ongoing support would be around 88,500. inclusive of GST. Next slide, please. The regular price is 75,000 plus GST, which will be our revised pricing from March. And that's what we will be charging when we onboard the new channel partners going forward. However, for this webinar, like we told you, it was a never before and a never again offer. Let's see what we have in store for you. The early bird offer would be just 43,999 plus GST. You hear the right and you see it right. So instead of 75,000 plus GST, the offer would be 43,999 plus GST, which starts now and will be valid until midnight today. So make sure you grab this opportunity and start your journey with the best price so far with us. We have never come up with this pricing before, and we will never come up with this price again. So this will be the price only this time, that if you avail this, the early bird offer would be 43,999, and that's going to be valid until midnight today, starting now. Our business team will be working tirelessly, definitely until this midnight, to make sure that you avail this offer. We will be sending you communication to make sure that you are getting the right updates, and you are, we will help you avail this offer. Next slide, please. And we also have the second offer for those who would not, if you miss out on the offer today, this offer will be higher than the current pricing. It will be 49,999 plus GST, which starts from midnight 12 today and valid till March 18, 6 p.m. So from March 18, we will be back to our regular revised pricing of 75,000 plus GST. Going forward, that will be the cost. So for now, if you want to avail this excellent opportunity to associate with us, make sure you avail this offer. So the webinar offer would be 43,999 plus GST. That's an early bird offer. So now we will have the Q&A session open. So if you have any questions, please start posting the questions in the chat box. In the meantime, I would request Mr. Vipin Prashant, Mr. Satish Chandra, and Ankit Agarwal to be ready to make sure if there are any questions for you, I will be routing these questions to you. Let me just pick up the questions from the Q&A session. We have a question from Mr. Arun. Number of students enrolled by country. You got to elaborate that question, Arun. Enrolled by country. I'm not so clear on that. How we deal with complicated situations and doubts. You got to elaborate that as well. For example, fund maturity and visa rejection. Okay, so Satish sir, this will be for you. Arun wants to know how we deal with the difficult situations regarding fund maturity, visa rejection. Nowadays, visa rejections are high for countries like Australia and New Zealand.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so that question pertains to the students' financial conditions actually. Australia has become a little strict in terms of financial screening. So what we do a lot of screening and filtering before we can accept the applications. So that is one way we are trying to avoid the number of rejections and the kind of universities we apply. So that's our control point. I think I've answered the question.
Thank you. So let me just take the next question as well. With the global recession, especially in US, UK, and Canada, and lack of jobs, how to sell study abroad as a beneficial opportunity? From Kanchan.
Yeah. This is a very common question actually from students and parents alike. But I wonder why this question comes up, because right now the student is going to study and it will take around 3-4 years before the student can get into the job market. So recession is a current trend, it's dark truth which is staring at us. We cannot avoid that. Still, we don't have to worry about the recession because right now we are not on the jobs. We are going to study. So what we're going to promote is admission in studies, or not jobs. So I think parents like need not worry about recession right now because they want to study. Because if you're looking for bachelor's, it takes 3 years. If it's master's, 1 or 2 years. So definitely there is a change across economies, across the globe. So I don't think we have to worry about recession right now.
All right, thank you. Let me just get some more questions. What is the visa approval rate of Australian students in the last semester? From Syed.
The visa approvals are there, but we are taking a lot of care to see the kind of universities and the students that we are sending in terms of financial requirements, in terms of quality of students. So the success rate is very good. but very less. So let me be very frank on that.
Right. Let me just get another question from Vikas. Every aspiring students also look for student groups in the university or country to which he is applying. How do we arrange for that?
This is an arrangement or a convenience that is given by the universities themselves. Once the student gets an admit, the concerned person who's arranged for the students groups send out the messages to the students number to create a WhatsApp group, and you can keep communicating with the university. So we don't have to really, as counselors, worry about it, because it's a direct connection between the student and the university. So they do it regularly.
Thank you. Let me just pick up some more questions. Okay, we have this question from Vishal, and this will be for you, Mr. Vipin. What could be the best source through which we can attract more students?
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So there are multiple sources. In fact, that is exactly what we have during the marketing session, the 4th day of the CCIS training. We discuss about multiple sources, how we can generate leads for international studies. All right. That involves online and offline. List of sources coming under online mediums. List of sources coming under offline mediums. All right. So we cannot say that it is this one is best when comparing to others, because every activity have its own captive audience. All right. If you are giving a presentation in a school, that gets a captive audience, that gets a kind of clients that you may not be getting it online. All right. So you may be running a campaign in Facebook that may be giving you a certain kind of audience that you may not be getting if you are doing your onboarding through a referral partner. Right. And the kind of clients you may be getting through referral partner, you may not be getting it through, say, campaign through Quora, or campaign through Google, campaign through Instagram. All right. So we cannot say that this is the best way, this is the only best way. All right. So we do 4-5 things. I also advise that don't depend on only one source. You should be having at least 3 to 4 sources. That is healthier for you to run a business, because depending on 1 or 2 sources, what if that is not working for you? What if suddenly it stops? All right. Then you may not be having any idea how to restart with the other source. And in order to understand the new source and generating leads out of that, it takes more time. So always have at least 4 to 5 sources that is generating good flow of leads. And how to set up those is what we are going to discuss during the marketing session. That's it from me.
Right, thank you. We also have a question from Madan, and this one is for you, Mr. Ankit. He wants to know if he can prevent sub-CRMs from seeing the payouts, allowing some to see it and allowing some not to see it. Mr. Ankit, are you there?
Ankit is not. Yeah, he's coming just a minute.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Madan wants to know if he can prevent the sub-CRMs from seeing the payouts, if some of them can see it and some of them cannot.
Already available. So there is switches available. You can disable the payout view for your sub-CRMs. So this option is already given.
Okay. There's a question from Sapna. Sapna, you want to know the price to start the business with us. So the slide is right there. It is 43,999 plus 18% GST. And let me highlight that this is only a one-time payment. There are no renewals, no upgrades. So this is just a one-time payment, and you have it for lifetime. Training, certification, software, marketing materials, admission supporting. All this is for lifetime at just 43,999, and this offer is valid until midnight. So let me just pick up some more questions. How about we have a question from Suresh. How many students have gone in the last year, and what is your market share? How can we promote and with own competition of Edu Milestones counselor? I would probably ask Mr. Satish Chandra to give us the number for the last quarter, though, because last 1 year could be a tough one to get fetch the details. I would request Mr. Satish Chandra to give us the details for the last quarter, how many students we have sent, the last intake to be precise.
Precisely 180.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Vipin, I would want you to address this question for Suresh, which says, he wants to know how do we deal with our own competition from Edu Milestone counselors? What is our market share?
Come again, Halima.
What is our market share, and how can we deal with our own competition among the Edu Milestone counselors?
All right. So when you are understanding what is the total addressable market, and everyone is having their own share of target audience, all right. In fact, you are not fighting with bigger companies that is having that they are reaching out to their thousands of students, all right. Yes, they have operations for that, but in order to start with the triple CIS, if you are initially getting 10 students, 20 students successfully, that generates something around 15-20 lakh rupees additionally, and then scaling up. That's what we need to look at. All right. So it is not that initially you are starting and you are starting the operations for fighting with the biggies of the industry. If you are starting that way, then you need to start with 100 crores minimum investment. All right. But we are not doing that. Our target audience are relatively different when comparing to them. So how to do that with minimal investment, and how exactly we can do that with the help of all the pillars and parameters and technology support is what we are going to focus on. All right. So it becomes irrelevant how much they are having market share, capturing market share. All those things become irrelevant because we are targeting a different target audience who we are going to be in touch with initially and expanding it from there. All right. So everybody started like that. Even all the biggies started like that only. So we are going to start like that. That's it from me.
Thank you. I'm sure that answered the question. Let me just, Arvind Maurya has a confusion. Arvind, the actual price is, the revised actual pricing is 75,000 plus GST, which is not effective right now. You can avail the same offer with 43,999, which will be valid until midnight today. And the second offer will be active from Monday. And right now you have the window open to purchase the product at the lesser price. We have a question from Rashid. How will I get candidates call me on a daily basis? I need minimum 40 to 50 calls or web contact through contact form. How can I get that kind of leads? Vipin, would you like to address that? How he can actually do this if social media campaigning can help him? Mr. Vipin, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
How a social media campaign will help?
How can I generate minimum 40 to 50 calls or web contact through a contact form?
Okay.
And how can I get that kind of leads?
All right. So setting up a campaign, normally Instagram campaign or Facebook campaign and Google campaigns. So these are all paid campaigns basically. So when we are setting up a campaign, then we need to define the target audience. Then we have three major target audience. That one is the students from 9th standard to 12th standard. In fact, we are not going to reach out to the students. In fact, parents of the students, they are the target audience for all our communications. So what social media we are going to use for reaching out to the parents, we need to determine, and we need to set up the filters accordingly. And college students are also our major target audience, where we can use Instagram as our platform and reach out to the college students who is planning to study abroad. And professionals are also a major target audience where we use LinkedIn to reach out. So LinkedIn campaign is effective in that case. So if you are creating campaigns in all these three major social media and targeting three major categories, yes, you can generate 20 to 30 leads per day. That is possible.
Thank you, Vipin. And let me just pick up some more questions. I think this is for you, Mr. Satish. I usually get leads from Pan India. Is there any territory fixed?
No, there is no territory actually. They can work from all over India.
Okay. We have a question from Aditya as well. Is this early bird offer is one-time payment or we can pay in two? No, that's a one-time payment, and that has to be paid in one shot. Sampath has a question. Can we process the admission for non-partnered institute? If yes, then how do payouts work and how do the processing work? Mr. Satish, if you can address this. How can we process the admission for non-partnered institute? And if yes, how do payouts work and how do the processing work?
See, normally, as explained by Halima, we have a non-payout price list because we don't have tie-ups. So what needs to be done is you need to charge the process fees for the students, which we charge, and we need to mark up the price and take a process fee from the students as a compensation for whatever service they receive. So that's how non-tie-up universities work, because they don't give you payouts because you don't have tie-ups.
Okay, thank you. So let me just get some more questions quickly as we are nearing the end of the session. I would also request all of you to please fill in the letter of interest that you must have received. I would request Nida to post the letter of interest on the screen already. So please, all of you fill the letter. This will help us reach out to you on priority. So that's going to be useful for us, and that will help us help you get onboarded as soon as possible. So we have this, and let me just pick up some more questions. Pradeep, if you want to know the partnered universities, you will have to connect with the business representatives and they will show you the details on the screen. However, exporting the list and sharing would not be right, but I will definitely, the business representative will show you the details on the screen. You can just connect with them on a call and they will take you through the details. I have a question from Lan. I have a consultation office based in Nagaland. I really want to take up the course, but I don't have the set fees course currently. Like I said, you can reach out to the business representative and they will assist you on that. Will there be any other clarifications or approvals required from Mr. Joshi? Mr. Joshi, you don't need any approvals unless you are from Punjab or Haryana region. Otherwise, you don't need to have any sort of registrations or approvals required to start the business. How to avail when you're not okay? Just Hemant, can you just add the question once again, because I don't seem to have received your question yet. So if you can just share that question once again, I will be able to address this. Puneet, if you want a credit card payment link, your business representative will share the credit card payment link, and you can definitely make the payment then. And while I'm on call, I see a lot of you have already made the payment. So I welcome the ones who have already paid to the Edu Milestones network and welcome you as a channel partner. It's wonderful to have you with us, and your onboarding will start soon. Let me just pick up a few more questions to address before we wrap up. Do you have any staff from Hyderabad for face-to-face query or product knowledge? Sachin, we don't have the operations team in Hyderabad, but you can definitely connect with us online and we will be able to answer all the questions or queries you may have. Satish sir, this is for you from Bhumika Parekh. Do Edu Milestones have exams preparation, practice or guidance team or tie-ups for app and SAT exam? What about profile building for top university selections? And do you have tie-ups for the same also?
First thing is, top universities in the top 200 or the 100 do not give you tie-ups. So that's one thing that we need to understand. And we help you with profile building if you send us the profile at an early stage, so that not at the last moment before the admission. So there is a timeline where we need to build to create a profile for any student that we're looking to. What is the other part?
What about the profile building for top universities?
Yeah, that's what we do the profiling. There was another part.
Do you have the tie-ups for the same?
No, nobody gives you types for top universities. Universally, they don't do it. So it's all the same for anybody. That's why it's not payout universities.
All right. Thank you so much. And Aruna, thank you for joining. I guess there was a network constraint at your end, but never mind. I'm glad that you made it. I'm not able to hear you. If you can just probably check the mic, unmute yourself.
Do you see me now?
No, not audible. If you might have to check the speaker. Yeah, should be fine now. Can you just?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Thank you so much. And a very warm welcome to you, Aruna. It's a pleasure to have you here. I remember onboarding you
so
in
much.
one of the webinars and inviting you
Yes.
as a guest speaker today as one of the successful channel partners who will be definitely on our next Success magazine for the month of March. It is really an honor to have you here. So I would just want you to address how has it been your experience with us since the time we onboarded to you until you received your first payout.
Yes. Thank you so much, Halima. I really don't hear you well, but still I can manage somehow. Yes. I remember talking to you the first time when I found Edu Milestones. It was you who has talked to me about this thing.
Yes.
And after a long talk, I decided to go with Edu Milestones. Earlier, and even now, I'm an IELTS trainer. Like I was teaching IELTS and also business communication. So I was doing this, and I had a student. I was having IELTS students who were asking me about career counseling and abroad education. It was then it occurred to me that I have to do something about abroad education also. So I started. I started looking out for career counseling options, and I found Edu Milestones. So I somehow I thought this is the best thing I can do for the students, and I had this innate desire to help students to study and help them to their favorite destinations and make their lives better. That is what I've been thinking for a long time. So when I got the training done, and the training was very, very resourceful and quite intense. Like I had a very good training, and the thing is, after the training, and you get to do your own business. You get a platform and you become a business consultant in no time. That was the best thing that happens here. So, my support person was Satish sir, and he in the training sessions we were told that we would be handheld, and he did the same. He not one call was unanswered. He would answer each and every call of mine, and he guided me through. Today I have students. I just started, so it is 2 students as of now. So one is already there in the US. She's studying, and I've got my first payout too. And there's one more student, and I think I'll receive the second payout very shortly. And there are a few students in line for the next intake. So I really feel blessed, and I think this is the best platform ever.
Thank you
Yes,
so
Halima.
much, Aruna. I'm sure it feels great to see that there is a student who is performing well and you are the reason for it. So I
Yes.
know I can definitely relate to that feeling, and it is definitely a very important and a very wise decision to act upon our willingness to do something. So you decided and you acted on it, and I also remember our conversations with you. And
Yes.
when I actually got to know the details that it is you who is getting this, payouts, and there's another one in line, I was really happy
Yes.
that I contributed in, connecting you with Edu Milestones. So it was wonderful, to know that, and I'm happy, and I'm looking forward for more such payouts that you would get. But for now, I would
Yes.
be definitely featuring your details on our upcoming magazine, and we'll be sharing that with you soon.
I also have to tell you about my second student who has gone to Glasgow University, and
Mhm.
she also made her research. Like nowadays, students they make their own researches.
Absolutely, yeah.
So she's gone to other consultancies and she's made a research. But she did come back to me and said, "You're the best,"
Mhm.
because everything, all the details and they all the everything she checked.
Mhm.
She
Absolutely.
cross-checked, and she said this is a very genuine consultants. It is not mine. Like on the platform and and the CRM and all are very good. So I have to I really am very happy here.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, Aruna. I know you were traveling and you took time out to share your,
Yes.
feedback about us,
Yes.
and it was really grateful. Thank you so much for taking time out. It will definitely an inspiration for all the aspirants who are part of the session today, and we look forward
Yes.
for more associate partners with Edu Milestones. And thank you so much, and wishing you a good luck for more such success stories and more students, to get placed
Yes.
in the better universities.
Yes, Halima. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much,
Thank you,
Aruna.
everybody. Yes.
Take care. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.
So everyone, that is Miss Aruna for us. It was an exceptional journey. I remember onboarding her during one such webinars that is happening today, and to invite her as a guest speaker, it is definitely an achievement for us as well as for her. And we're looking forward for more successful channel partners with Edu Milestones. Now it is time, and it's just a few more minutes to go. I have picked up as many questions as possible. I will see if I can answer, pick few more questions and get this answered. However, if there is anything that we haven't answered, thank you. Most of you have been, who has made the payment and now associated with Edu Milestones. And I also see most of you are thanking that your questions have been answered. Thank you so much for that, for acknowledging that. So I guess that's it for today, as time is a constraint, and we will have to get on the task to onboard all the deserving aspirants and reach out to you with all the details and support. So we will have to exit now. And thank you everyone for joining the session. I'm sure this was informative, and we will be looking forward to have you on board with us. So good luck. Please make use of this opportunity. The offer enrolled is a one-time offer. It has never been here before, and we will never be enrolling the same offer again. So please get yourself enrolled with the lowest ever pricing, which is 43,999 plus GST, being the early bird offer, which ends today at 12. Please fill out the letter of interest to make sure we prioritize the people who we need to reach out to. It will help us reach out to you as fast as possible. So that's it from my end. It was wonderful connecting with all of you. If there has been questions that are unanswered, please do not worry. We have made note of all the questions, and we will get back to you with the answers either through the WhatsApp or through email. So we'll definitely share the details. Let's please fill the letter of interest, and you have the details right here in front on the slide about the payment and the screenshot, the payment scanner. Please start sharing the the payment screenshot to make sure that we confirm the payment and start your onboarding today. Thank you everyone for joining, and have a wonderful day ahead, and good luck.